Good morning, everyone. If you'd like to take a seat, I think we'll get started here. Good to see you all. And thank you for joining us on this wonderful occasion. My name is Jackie Lewis, and I'm Vice Chancellor for Advancement here at Mizzou. And I'm pleased to be joined here today by University of Missouri President Moon Choi and the Dean of our College of Engineering, Noah Mannering, as we recognize a very important supporter of Mizzou. Today's guest of honor is a proud alum and visionary entrepreneur. Jerry Jost graduated from Mizzou with a degree in chemical engineering in 1970, and he began his career as an engineer with organizations such as Wagner Electric, ITT, Blackburn, and Mallinckrodt, and served in the U.S. Army and later the Army Reserves. And in 1985, he bet on himself and founded Jost Chemical in St. Louis. Today, the company is a global leader in manufacturing high-purity specialty chemicals, serving a wide range of nutritional, pharmaceutical, and specialty markets with their offerings of top-quality salts and other chemicals. Jost Chemical currently employs more than 350 people and remains very much a family-owned company with plants in St. Louis and in Poland, as well as a sales office and warehousing space in Belgium. And I had the opportunity personally to visit the facility in St. Louis last fall, and believe me when I tell you it's an impressive operation. Through the years, Jerry's remained very involved with his alma mater, both in philanthropy and through his service. He's provided valuable advice as a member of the Chemical Engineering Industrial Advisory Board for more than a decade. In 2013, Jerry was selected to the Chemical Engineering Academy of Distinguished Alumni, earning the MU Engineering Alumni Organization Citation of Merit Award for his impact to the profession and the university. And more recently was the recipient of the Bud Mulder Distinguished Alumni Award from the College of Engineering in 2019. He's been a true advocate for chemical engineering at Mizzou, as you can see. We're incredibly honored that Jerry chose to put his passion for advancing the field of chemical engineering into practice right here at Mizzou. And I'd also like to thank Jerry's wife, Ruth Binger, for joining us here today. We appreciate everything your family is doing for the university. And for today's announcement, I'd like to turn the podium over to President Moon Choi.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's really great to be here, and it's an honor for me to celebrate this major investment. As Vice Chancellor Lewis alluded, Mr. Jost has had an incredible career as an engineer and an entrepreneur. And he understands the impact of world-class researchers and inspired teachers that will have on our students who become graduates and then become individuals that create impact themselves. He was one of the first supporters of our vision for Mizzou Forward, which is our most important investment in the history of our university. The key objective is to achieve excellence in research and teaching that lead to student success. And the central core principle is to hire the very best faculty members to pursue that research and to continue with the inspired teaching that leads to more people like Mr. Jost. But the very best faculty members have opportunities, many opportunities. So we have to bring our best game to not only attract them, but also to retain them. And that's where the gift from Jerry and Ruth is so important, so important. So today, I'm pleased to announce that there is a $2 million commitment to establish the Jerry L. Jost Chair Professorship in Chemical Engineering at the University of Missouri. Jerry, Ruth, thank you. And now the challenge is up to us to identify and recruit that outstanding faculty member who's a world-class researcher, but also an inspired teacher that will help our students achieve the type of success and impact that Mr. Jost has had in his career. So Mr. Jost, Ruth, thank you so much for your generous contribution, and we are going to find the very best faculty member to take on the name of the Jost Chair in Chemical Engineering. Thank you. Now it's my pleasure to turn the podium over to the Dean, Dean Noah Manring.
Thank you, President Choi, very much for that and for your support of the College of Engineering. This is a great day for the university. It's also a great day for the College of Engineering, and it's a great day for the chemical engineering program within our college. It's a day when we ourselves are actually being enabled to do things that we need to do in order to stay viable and competitive in the area of chemical engineering as a higher institution of education. As President Choi mentioned, Jerry's gift will propel Mizzou forward, and that's not really a play on words. We are moving forward, and these are the kinds of things that fuel that forwardness that we're talking about. This gift will allow us to leverage the strength of our engineering program, which exists already with good faculty, and it will help us to find innovative solutions for today's chemical engineering challenges. We know that engineers are critical for solving big problems. And today, as we stand here today, we take for granted so many of the engineering innovations that have occurred over the past 200 years. But the modern world is very much a response to engineering activity. And it goes on even now this very day. These kinds of things where we have faculty and students and staff engaged in developing technologies in chemical engineering, these things change the world. Through these kinds of initiatives that Jerry and Ruth, that your gift is allowing us to apply, we meet many challenges. We meet challenges in nutritional needs of an ever-growing population of the world. We develop drug therapies to combat real illnesses. We discover new ways to use renewable and sustainable energy, sources of power that bring the electric lights to this building and to the homes that we live in. We look forward to equipping chemical engineering students by this gift with skills that they need to address problems that are as basic as that and that are as advanced as our greatest challenges. We look with this gift to educate students who will do things like you have done, Jerry, left our halls and gone and prepared by way of discovery and innovation, companies that will hire more of our students, increase the economic development of our state and our nation, and again, make changes that change the world. Hopefully, alumni like yourself who follow in these examples and in this footstep will in fact do the same as you have done. You see, there's a legacy for being an engineering graduate from the University of Missouri, a name that you leave behind, because alumni like Jerry have established a long and proud tradition of leadership and excellence in engineering at our institution. As was already mentioned by Jackie, Jerry is the founder and the president of a very successful chemical engineering company, Jost Chemical, a successful company that boasts the products of many things that the world can't find elsewhere. This ultra-pure chemical production that he operates, particularly in the area of salts, is a unique niche area that he developed with the expertise of chemical engineering, which began here at the University of Missouri. Jerry began to do that as a student in our institution. He even has, since leaving this institution, supported his fraternity that is a social organization for many. He has served, as was already mentioned, on the Chemical Engineering Industrial Advisory Board. And what hasn't been mentioned is a number of years ago when Dean LeBoa was overseeing the College of Engineering, he also devoted a large amount of equipment from his company to help establish the Jerry Jost Unit Operations Laboratory for educating students. These are things that he has done. And now today, announcing a $2 million gift for an endowed chair to recruit and retain the best faculty in his home department. This is a gift that's obviously going to make an impact, a big impact, and it's going to grow and build that legacy, Jerry, that you have left, and it will pave ways for chemical engineers for the future. Jerry has, well, if you've talked with Jerry, he's a man of few words. But Jerry likes to say it's all in the details. It's how his success has been determined. So let me say a few details about how this gift of Jerry's will impact Mizzou engineering. The Jerry Jost Endowed Chair in Chemical Engineering will enable Mizzou Engineering to recruit, and not just recruit, but retain some of the best minds in academia. These are challenging times to hire skilled faculty members, and these kinds of support mechanisms attract the best in the world. These will be faculty who are also creative researchers and good teachers. They are those who will propel investigation and discovery, bringing students with them. They will study novel materials, approaches for new energy and conservation of energy, storage of energy, clean water, regenerative medicine, the list goes on and on. For faculty who will ultimately hold the prestigious title of the Jerry Jost Chair in Chemical Engineering, it means that they will have the necessary resources to advance scholarly work, and they will do that with the flexibility to take risks of their own and explore new ideas. The Jerry Jost Endowed Chair in Chemical Engineering will have an edge when it comes to recruiting top-notch graduate students, because this endowment will actually support graduate students. The Jerry Jost Endowed Chair in Chemical Engineering will ensure that we are preparing graduates for the world of tomorrow, and that we continue to change the world as we have in the past. These Mizzou-made engineers, as we like to say, will go into their workforce with foundational understanding and technical know-how to work in the same areas perhaps that Jerry has done himself, or new areas. Chemical engineering is broad, and it touches on every aspect of life. Material science, nutritional foods, sustainable fuels, pharmaceuticals, and many, many other things. So yes, it is a great day. It's a great day for our university, for our college, and for the chemical engineering program. But it's also a great day for society. These are the things that change society. When we make advancements in chemical engineering, everyone, and I mean everyone, benefits. So Jerry, we are thankful. Ruth, we're thankful to you as well. Thankful so much for your years of service to the College of Engineering, the amazing gift that we are announcing today, and the example that you're setting for others. And on behalf of Mizzou Engineering and the faculty in the Chemical Engineering Department and the college indeed, and students who will ultimately benefit from this gift, I want to say thank you from the deepest part of my heart. So now, Jerry, I'd like to invite you to say a few words, and the podium is yours.
Well, thank you for your very kind remarks. I'm humbled. Thank you very much. I guess the dirty little secret is, know that I would have given a lot more money if I had not had to get up here. Sit down. It's too late. It's too late. Well, it's really an honor to support the Chemical Engineering Department here and the university and the College of Engineering. You know, my learning experience here with the educational experience, ROTC, being in a fraternity Sigma Alpha Epsilon, had a big impact on my learning experience, and it played a big role in just having the courage to start a business. It was like 36 years ago. It's hard to believe. I was going to say a little bit about the business, but I think we pretty well covered that. But just starting at one person in 1985 and then growing to 350 people, it's just there's not very many companies do that. And it's kind of amazing, but we've had some really great people along the way. You know, I've been able to stand on the shoulders of many great people in the chemical industry. As mentioned, I think I've been on the advisory board for the Chemical Engineering Department over 15 years. It's been a quick 15 years, but it's really I don't know how many people are out here in the industry. I guess you're all related to the university, but it's really a great experience, and I encourage anybody, any chemical engineer or engineer from the College of Engineering to get involved with an advisory board. Well, thank you for this recognition. Thank you for the opportunity to give back to the university. This has been kind of on our bucket list to do something significant to give back to the community, and you know, this is a good fit. There's a need, and I know you're going to do well with it. So thank you for all coming.
Well, thank you, Jerry. Your commitment to Mizzou is inspiring, and to the Department of Chemical Engineering, certainly. And thanks again for your trust in Mizzou and for this tremendous gift. So we're also grateful for the philanthropic support of all of our partners who are committed to making our shared goals a reality, as well as the chance to come together today to celebrate this important milestone. So thank you all for joining us, and I would invite you to enjoy refreshments at the back of the room with our guests of honor. Thanks again.